What's up guys? So Konami have released a new Showtime skill, and as you can see I've already spun two of the players. So today I'm going to let you know if I feel like the skill is worth spinning for, and if you do spin, what player builds to give on the players. So starting off with Pedri, I have two builds. This first build is a kind of more attacking build. You can see when I look at the build what I'm kind of thinking of. I'm trying to get the pace and the speed and the acceleration to 85 to get that boost. And then the dribbling all above 87 to get to plus 90. Now I did put 88 because there was an extra point. Passing, I didn't level the passing too high. If you auto allocate these builds, and I'll show you in a sec, they put a lot into the passing points, which is fair enough. I just don't think the passing at the higher levels is too noticeable. I do think at 90 is do start to notice like a good improvement, but past that I'm not sure I notice a major improvement. So this is the build, a bit more attacking. You can see I put a bit of points into shooting just to get the finishing a little bit better. Now I did put a little bit of points into defending just to get him all of his defensive stats above 90. Or sorry, not 90, 70. But yeah, just above 70. I feel like if you're well-rounded in midfield above 70, you start becoming an asset. You're not just an extra body in defense, you're actually an asset. And if we look at the skill, first skill I put on him, I put interception. So now that his defensive stats are all above 70, that interception will work. But if you want to see a build where it's more defensive orientated, this is the one I've gone for. So you have all this defensive stats above 80. If we take off the boost for a sec, this is what it looks like. You can still see I'm trying to get the two passing stats above 85. All the dribbling still there. He is a bit slower, but balance is still above 85, so that's good. This is the boost, so his boost is to low pass, lofted pass, curl, and kicking power. That's the same for all of them, I believe. Definitely for Bernardo Silva. I haven't actually double checked on Xavi Simmons, but yeah, that's the boost. And then here's the in-game if you have a 88 manager proficiency. So that's the builds I'd go for. Now in terms of the skills, well, for both builds, I mean, I've went for the attacking build and I put interception on, so obviously you're going to put it on the defensive build, so definitely put interception on him. I think skills after that, particularly if you're going for the attacking build, put flip flap on. He's already got double touch, he's already got soul control, he'll get the level 3 double touch. Then go for long range curler to mix that soul control and the knock on finesse. Now his kicking power isn't that high, so the long range curlers won't be too effective, but I think it's still something just to have in your locker. Like it's still not a bad kicking power. It's 86, but like it's not something that it's going to be a particular strength of him, but if he's in a good area, edge of the box, he will still score them. So yeah, go interception, flip flap, and soul control. Other skills than that, like he's actually got a lot of good skills, so you don't need to do too much after that. Probably weighted pass, just for the chip through balls or just normal through balls. It'll put it on the path of your teammate. Very nice. And maybe like a gamesmanship or scissors feint. You could even put track back on the offensive build. Now I will recommend it on the defensive build 100%, but even the offensive one, I think track back is a skill I've only started really using in the last month, and I love it. It's really helpful, like especially in the tougher games where you need every player getting involved on defense. So for the defensive build, I wouldn't really change it too much for the defensive build. I probably wouldn't go for flip flop though, just because you've already got like the level 3 double touch. If you're playing him defensively, you're playing him in center mid, or even train him as a DMF. You can see I've trained him as a center forward. I was trying to get him to be a DMF, so we're working on that. But yeah, definitely put interception and track back on for the defensive build. You can probably take flip flop off. You probably don't need long range curler on the defensive build either, or if you're playing him center mid. If you don't want to do that, go for weighted pass and low lofted pass. I've said it time and time again, that combo is amazing, and he's definitely got the pass stats to do so. And then even on the defensive build, gamesmanship's really good, just because if you're starting deep, you're going to try, build up through Pedri as the orchestrator, and if you get caught on the ball and you get fouled, you'll want the free kick to be won. So yeah, that's how I would build Pedri, those two builds. The next player is Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva impressed me more than Pedri. Now, to be honest, I gave him more of a chance for the forward. 5 games, 2 goals, 4 assists. He had a really nice animation for his long-range finesse shot. I probably will be doing a review video of both players, so you'll see the footage on that one. But yeah, he's a good player. He is missing double touch though. Definitely give Bernardo Silva double touch. Once you give him double touch, he's one of the best dribblers in the game. I think he's just got the kind of good player ID for it. So this is the build. Again, I went for that. I do have another build. It's very similar though. Like, you're not really gonna make this guy defensive, although I do have the 70 aggression just to help out with that, because I think aggression is the most important stat, particularly for the players further forward. But you can see he has tracked back off the start, so definitely a very good player. If I go to Bernardo Silva, so this is the other build I recommend. It's very similar. You might not even notice a difference straight away, but the main difference is that the kick and power, it's literally just 1 extra point into kick and power versus taking the points off passing. Honestly, I think I probably should have went for the build I have on eFootball Hub here instead of the one I went with, but I went with it. So that's the case. I'd like, to be honest, the phenomenal passing, I haven't really noticed it. Now, while I was playing the games, I had one reason why. The opponents weren't particularly high rated, so I feel like my players weren't getting pushed off balance because I was just very comfortable. And then secondly, and someone mentioned it in my Discord, and it's kind of linked to the first point, look at his balance, it's 95. Phenomenal pass is basically like acrobatic finishing, but for passing. So when your players are off balance or the ball's in the air, he'll be, you know, more accurate and more powerful pass. His balance is 95, so I don't know if he's going to get off balance too often. I think phenomenal passing is a skill that you're not going to notice it. You might notice it once every 5 games, and I haven't, like, I mean, how many games have I played them? I've only played 5, and I don't really feel I've noticed it too much. I do feel like for one-touch passes, though, I do notice he uses the outside of his foot a little bit better, and you can play the one-touch passes kind of behind him a little bit. So if he's in centre mid, and the fullback is to his right, but just a little bit behind, the pass animation is better for that, but like, it's such a small change, I don't think it's worth the money. But the next player is, I don't have this guy, so I can't give my thoughts on how he plays, but Xavi Simons looks really good. This is the build I would go for. Sorry, it's on the screen now. Yeah, on the screen now. This is the build I would go for. Sorry, forgot about Bernardo Silva's skills. We'll come back to that in a sec. This is the build I go for Xavi Simons. If you take off the boosts, I'm trying to get a pass into 85. I'm not too worried about his passing. He is a whole player, so he won't be playing too many passes in behind. Really, what you're looking for the whole player is play the ball up to the whole player, play it to a striker or another midfielder, and then the whole player runs in behind. I'm making a review on the new Bellingham that came out in the England pack, and I noticed his runs were really amazing in a formation I'm using in particular. So yeah, his passing stats aren't too important, but I just gave him some passing just because it was there to give, because I don't really see where else to put the points. You can see I've kind of went for kind of a Gianni build of 888, but there was a slight difference. I took off a little bit of passing, put it into dribbling in the lower body, and then he has 2 extra points for defending, and the reason you put it into defending is just to get that aggression. You can put 1 in instead, but you have nowhere else to put the point other than physical, and I don't think the physical contact is going to help too much, so I just put the extra point into defending. Now, you could take off some passing. Maybe he'll get 85, oh no, 84 there. He should, yeah, I'll get 85 there with 3 passing, and then you can do with the other stats, you can even get his tackling up to 70. He'll be a lot more helpful there. Or if you want to keep his defending relatively low, you can go into these points, get 90 finishing, or you can get, where is it? Get 90 ball control. Can you get both? No, you can't. So you can get 90 ball control or finishing, or alternatively 90 speed. I think I feel like if you were thinking between the dribbling or the finishing, it might be better to go, if you're, okay, I want to go for better shooting, it might be better to not even to level the finishing and just go for the higher speed, because the speed will be a benefit, but the kicking power gets a bit higher. But those are the 2 options you have, really, with those extra points, and then you can go the rest into defending, or you can even put, you know, you got your defending to 70, you can put that little bit extra back into passing. But those are the builds I would recommend for Xavi Simons. Now, the skills for Xavi Simons, we'll look at now, and then we'll go back to Bernardo Silva. I know I mentioned double touch, but I need a more in-depth recommendation. So he starts off with very strong skills. He's got double touch and soul control, so obviously I'm going to recommend flip-flap, get a level 3 double touch. And then, again, it's kind of like it's a pattern. If I've got soul control on a player, then you go for long range curler after if they're attacking. So yeah, go flip flap and long range curler. You could probably go long range shooting too. You definitely should be going for first time shot though on this guy, because he'll be in the box with the whole player skills. The reason I didn't recommend first time shot on Pedri is because he's an orchestrator. He should be a bit deeper. Now, it still is a good skill to put on Pedri. It's not like it's going to be wasted at all. It's just I feel like, especially if you're playing him deeper, you can get better skills out. And Pedri doesn't have the stats. He's not like a Pirlo where you can really be confident in his shooting. Pirlo I recommend first time shot on if he doesn't already have it. But Pedri's a little bit weaker, so I wouldn't be shooting as often with him. But if you look at Xavi Simons' stats on the build I have, he's definitely a good candidate for shooting. So yeah, those are the skills I recommend. Other than that, you can go probably Long range shooting, scissors feint, man weighted pass. I don't know. I think I don't think he needs 5 skills. I think like he's already got pinpoint crossing. Surprisingly, you can play him left wing and right wing. Yeah, that makes. I mean, would he be good at left wing or right wing? Yeah, he might be good. He might be good in left wing. I don't know about right wing, but yeah, he might be a good player in there. But yeah, there's a few different skills you can put on him. Now, if we go back to Bernardo Silva, so I really like that he starts off a track back. Really handy for him to have, and he definitely deserves it. The type of player he is in real life. He's a workhorse. But then put double touch on him after that. Then you could go for soul control. Like I said, his long range curler and animation was very nice. Well, that'll be in the review video if it's not included here. He's definitely the type of player you want to start on the right side. You can play him AMF in the middle, but like he will pick up the ball on the right, so he can cut in and hit a long range shot. But he's also nimble enough that if you don't want to shoot, you can go outside and dribble. Definitely soul control will be a very good skill on him. After that, I'd probably go gamesmanship or acrobatic finishing. Also probably put that on Xavi Simons too. I think I was considering putting interception on Bernardo Silva, but I feel like he's just, I wouldn't play him centre mid because his playstyle would go inactive, and I do think his overall defending stats aren't strong enough to use him in terms of intercepting. He needs, I find you kind of need 70 in all defensive stats before interception becomes useful. He doesn't have 70 in all of them, so I don't think interception would be much use on him. But yeah, he got a few skills: double touch, soul control, flip flap, acrobatic finishing, first time shot. Definitely a lot of options with these guys. So I think that wraps up the video today. I will be, depending if I get enough clips, I'll do a review on these guys. I'm also going to be working on a comparison between Griezmann and Messi, let you guys know which one's the best pack. A review of the new Bellingham, a review of the new Mbappe when I get my hands on them. So there's a lot of videos coming out, so make sure to subscribe and stay tuned. Alright, peace, bye.